Welcome to the Star Media Studios in downtown Luverne for today's edition of Chamber Chatter. You got to see some of our great sponsors that went across the screen earlier, but I would like to tell you about the Star Media sponsor of the week, and that is the Luverne Area Community Foundation under the leadership of Executive Director Emily Crabtree. The foundation helps facilitate the funds of nearly 50 nonprofit organizations. In addition to that, 8 Rock County community funds. The monies that support these nonprofit and community funds comes from donors like you. So give where you live. Could make a difference in today, not just for now, but in the future generations. Thank you. Well, Kenzi, welcome to the program this week, and it's Easter week coming up. It's going to be a busy week, so what do you got going on down at the Chamber?
All right. Well, this week I have with the Minnesota State University and SBDC, and it presents AI for Small Business Owner Workshop. It's an online course on April 15th from 12:05 to 12:50, and the link to register and QR code is online on our Chamber Chatter site.
Okay.
On our website. Should be really interesting. If you haven't learned about AI, it's coming. I know it's a little scary topic, but it's very helpful. You can use it to take notes. You can use it to do just about anything.
And that's on April 15th.
April 15th.
One of the days I can always remember is April 15th for some reason.
Yes, April 15th at 12:05. And now the weather is getting warmer too, so pickleball is getting back into full swing. Okay. If you have any questions about schedules or when people are playing, you can call 507-920-9140 or stop in at Community Ed. They do use an app called Playtime Scheduler. That is also on our Chamber Chatter link on our website. But you can use it to find players who are playing, who need someone to play against. It's a cool little app that they got. It's for all around the community.
Okay.
Yeah, it works really well.
So the pickleball, that app, you can schedule time to play on outdoor pickleball courts, I'm assuming, and others?
It's all over. It's just around the area. People are looking to play, and so
great.
they'll send something out, and you can accept it, and then you can go play somebody. Pizza Ranch is having their Community Impact Fundraiser on April 28th, and that is for the Hills Christian School. So that'll start Monday at 3 p.m. on the 28th.
Okay, good.
After that, spring cleanup starts today. So April 21st through the 25th will be spring cleanup. So you can put your stuff out. So you can start putting your stuff out for junk days today, but they'll pick it up next week on the 21st.
Very good.
After that, the citywide rummage sale deadline for registering is coming up. The 21st is the last day to register to get your name on all of the advertisement. Maybe you find some good treasures you could make a quick buck off of. I don't know.
Certainly.
Could work. After that, we do have the Ride the Rock. I talked about this last week.
Sure.
Just putting it back out there so people get it, the date saved. June 21st with the first official inauguration of the Rock River Water Trail. It should be really exciting.
You bet.
Yeah. And after that, I have today's Military Minute.
Super. Let's get right into it.
Okay, so here's what we talked about last week. So last week we discussed how Luverne initially lost its militia to New Ulm in 1898, right before the Spanish-American War, but was promptly given back in April of 1898 when they did start. So Luverne was granted permission to enroll recruits on the 10th of June, 1898, and Company G started. And between the Spanish-American War and World War I, the Luverne unit was reorganized and made more professional. So in 1903, the Dick Bill was passed by Congress, and this reorganized the National Guard of the various states as a federal force. They were to be organized, armed, and disciplined in the same manner as the regular army. The states were to train and appoint officers. The respective units no longer elected guard officers, and the regular army officers were to be detailed to the state units as inspector instructors. And federal aid was also made available.
Wow. Yeah. Very, very interesting. I appreciate that. We touched on this a few weeks ago, but now that we just finished up the Military Minute, how are we doing on the banners?
Doing well. We're filling up fast. I don't know the exact numbers, but if you were thinking of signing up a loved one or yourself for a military banner, definitely stop in and get
and
signed up.
there's 75 polls that are available to host the banners, correct?
84.
Oh, 84. I'm sorry. Thank
84,
you.
Yep.
Okay.
And if you got one last year, you can do it again and just tell us what color you got, and we'll make a note so you get the red one if you got the blue one last
Great.
year.
Well, thanks for coming in.
Yeah.
And that about wraps up this week's Chamber Chatter. And thank you for joining this conversation. It's time to pull the pin, and we'll talk to you next week. Thank you.